Good evening, folks. Looks like my what I can do about that here. There we go. All right. Good evening, everybody. Hope everybody's week is coming along well and everybody's looking forward to the weekend. I'm going to do a shorter than usual stream tonight. Going to just do some light trolling out here on Volkhov and see if we can't pull a little bit of silver in for tonight. Let's see what we can do. We'll go ahead and just get some lines out on the water here and get to fishing. Use the same lures we were using out here last time, which were doing okay. I'm going to go ahead and throw an orange snatcher on to see if it does anything. Looks like we got something already. This is on a blue balsam minnow. First fish of the night is a pike. All right. 1.5 kilo. Nothing on that one yet. Go ahead and start heading towards the islands, even though it's getting nighttime. Don't get any bites through the islands during the night. We'll go ahead and try to get a burbot line out. The connection will remain stable. We've had some nasty storms run through earlier today, so had some brief power outages. Seems to be okay now, though. Just trucking right along here. It's been nice to get a reprieve from all the heat, though, that's for sure. It has been toasty. Seems like a quiet night tonight, though. Yeah, just about to the deeper water here. I need to keep an eye on that line over there because it's a little underpowered, but it should be all right. Hopefully we can get a couple salmon before we call it a night, though. I'm gonna go only about an hour for tonight's stream because I've got some bad muscle aches on my neck today, so it's kind of giving me a bit of a headache to sit upright, so we'll keep it short and sweet today. I haven't seen much in the way of news on RF4 development lately. There we go, got a line. Some fish on here. And another pike. Another 1.5 kilo pike, actually. Seems like pike have been fairly active on Volkhov this week, but they're just small ones, so it hasn't mattered a whole lot. Here we go, another fish on. Is another pike. Another 1.5 kilo. They're all about 1.5 kilo. Interesting. Hopefully we can get some that are a little bit bigger, or even better, get some salmon on here already. I'm going to go ahead and while it's a little bit, while it's nighttime here, I'm going to switch my in-game chat channel real quick. See if one of the other chats is a little more lively than this one's been. Doesn't seem like it. A little bit of pickle action here. And I suppose start heading towards the shoreline there to throw a line out to try to get a burbot overnight. Um, we got Barbie and Oppenheimer coming out, I think here, premiering in just a few hours. I'm gonna probably see them both on Tuesday. Or I'll at least see Oppenheimer. I'm waiting to see. I have vague hopes on Barbie only because Ryan Gosling usually doesn't let me down, but I'll wait and see what people have to say about it. It's been obviously very heavily memed this past month, but whether or not that equates to it being a movie worth going to see remains to be seen. Actually thinking about, got enough time in the night, I may actually just go ahead and do 3 lines out for burbot and not even waste my time trolling until the sun's well up. Yeah, I think we'll do 2 feeders and a telescopic. See what we can do. Let's see. We've got. Go ahead and pull that off of there. Put it on my comma, which is here. That one's already good to go. And let's get the, do I have another reel I can use for this? Yeah, this will be fine. Set up, and then leave the telescopics already set up. No, all right, so I'm gonna put a good size hook on there. Put some fish on there and a heavyweight bobber. There we go. That and that and that. Okay. So we'll just toss these on out. guess probably do like a depth of 75 centimeters here for the float. I'll go 80. There we go. Now we wait. Although I don't know how effective the telescope is going to be because the current is kind of pulling it straight towards the shore here. Yeah, I guess that's not going to work. All right, so I'll just switch this out for another feeder then. These burbot are small, so I don't need something crazy on here. Another 8 on with this. And toss this one out. There we go. Turn the lines up a little bit. I might actually recast this. Oh, this one has a fish on it, actually. Little burbot. Do I not have a bite indicator on here? Let me check that. Not bad. 1 kilo burbot. Let's see. No, it's got a... Huh, interesting. Don't know why the bite indicator wasn't going off there. It's a very reliable spot at night for burbot, though. So. There's nibbles on line 3. Here we go. Go, half kilo. Hey, almost a 55% bottom fishing. Nothing spectacular unlocked there, but milestone nonetheless. I'm going to gather some bait while we're here. Two burbot, 3 pike. Yeah, got another one coming on. Maybe. Yeah, should be a fish on. Get over here, fish. There we go, 55% bottom fishing. Another 1 kilo burbot. Not bad, not bad. All that really does for us is unlocks casting control power, which nobody really uses. But at 60% bottom fishing, we will unlock carp rods plus classic pop-up rig, which is very good. Almost essential for some areas. Expect the burbot to be killing a little bit faster than this, but still not terrible. Better than trolling out here at night, at least. Fly at night. Sun's already seems to be coming up, so that's probably why the burbot has stopped biting. There we go. Give it till about stay here till about 4:30 in the morning, then we'll hop back on the boat. This one, nope, there, now it's on. Oh, a little burbot. I don't know how much these are worth. Some of these I may have to turn back into bait, because I'm starting to actually run a little bit low on pieces of fish, down to 51 left. Go. We got a little bit of heft to it. Yeah, there we go. Almost 3.5 kilos on that one. Too shabby. There we go. Another one just over 1 kilo. All right, give these just a bit longer and then we'll hop in the boat, get back to trolling. Not too bad though. Got quite a bit of burbot in this. This one should be worth a decent bit of silver, maybe 17 silver or so, I'd imagine. All right, let's go ahead and pack these up and hop back in the boat. Definitely a much better way to spend the nighttime here than trolling though, because that was a decent bit of burbot for the 10-15 minutes we wouldn't have caught anything trolling. And luckily, because I can catch them on those small reels, I don't have to play the whole reel shuffle game. All right, let's get our tackle back on here. Go. All right, back to trolling. Let's go ahead and troll through the channel to start. Lines out here. Gotta start the trolling mode before I cast this one. Go. Going through the channel here. Right. You can get a few pike in through the channel here. There we go. Fish on. Looks like another pike. Yeah, almost 2 kilo. Not too shabby. Oh, let's go through the shallower parts here, see if something bites. And got another one. Oh, looks like a Xander. Yeah. Small Xander, but still always nice to see them on here. Got something on line 2 there. Looks like it's another Xander, actually. If you're after Xander, this area over here seems to be a pretty good spot right now. Hey, Hiko, how's it going? Doing a fairly short stream tonight. Did a little bit of burbot night fishing and a little bit of trolling. Got a decent bit of burbot and pike so far. Where are you fishing today? Winding? Ah, going after some Donnets and such out there, I assume. By the way, how is my audio sound? I noticed on some of my VOD uploads on recent videos, it sounded almost like my audio was coming through a little bit compressed. So I don't know if I've got something wrong with my filter, because it sounds fine when I'm in my studio mode. So I don't know if it's a recording issue or if it's a Twitch encoding issue. Sounds fine. Okay, that's probably just an encoding issue from the export to YouTube then. Just when I listened back to some of them recently, they sounded, the voice just sounded very sort of staticky. I'm gonna do a shorter than usual stream tonight. Gonna go here probably about another 20-30 minutes, but I've got my neck's killing me for some reason today, so I'm gonna lay down and rest my muscles, I think. Had some crazy weather earlier this week in here, though. It's about 15 minutes of just crazy wind and took down a bunch of branches around my house, and some people I know had a tree fall on their car. It was nasty. Oh, I didn't post? Huh. Yeah, I don't know what happened. I know Discord was giving me a few connectivity issues earlier, so I don't know if maybe the message didn't go through or something, but that went live about the same time as usual. Here's another pike. Nothing but small pike, though. That was a bad cast. No worries. Also got to do some investigation on my network here. seem to be having an issue with my Ethernet. For some reason, it keeps having some latency problems. So right now I'm on Wi-Fi, which I don't like to be on for, especially for streaming, because it's not super reliable. But I figure out if my cable's bad or one of my ports is bad. Oh, here we go. That's a decent Xander right there. Oh yeah, 3 kilo. Very nice. Yeah, Xander around the eastern islands seem to be pretty active. I caught a couple right here, and then that one right here. So staying around near the shore of this island seems to be good for Xander currently. No salmon yet, though. Catching any monster bleak out there at Winding? Ruffs and donuts. Good money to be had, at least. Nice. That's some hefty profit right there. That's better than Quarry and Volkhov. Did that include any cafe orders, or was that just all fish market price? Oh, nice. Yeah, that's one thing that is nice about, especially Winding. The cafe orders are usually pretty easy to fill out there. I find that a lot of these later lakes, the cafe orders, when you can fill them, it's great, but they're always like either trophy size fish or for species that no one's ever fishing for. So you kind of have to like go out of your way to try and fill them. Very nice. Nice little profit right there. Yeah, Winding is, for being one of the 2 free starter lakes, it's a really good, I guess river technically, but it's a really good body of water. Like it remains fairly profitable all the way even through like the level 20 area. Mosquito, on the other hand, is pretty bad. I know there's sometimes like trophy gibbles are pretty active there, and there's like a couple bleak and rough spots that are always reliably active, but otherwise it's a pretty crappy lake in my opinion. Oh, nothing's biting between the islands right now, apparently. Yeah, happens, especially when it's got the fog sitting on it. It does look pretty nice. Go. Finally, something hit. Guessing it's probably a decent little pike here. Yep. Probably about a 4 kilo pike, maybe. Yep, 4.2. Not too shabby. Finally, looks like we got something on that line I can go ahead and pull in. Finally, a pike worth keeping. Some of my fish tonight that are not going to sell well. I think I'm going to actually go and cut up into pieces of fish because I'm starting to run a little bit low. I'm down to less than 50 of those, so I want to restock those a bit for burbot fishing. If I've got any that are worth less than like 0.25 silver or something like that, that I can, that meet the size requirement, I'll probably cut those up. Yeah, I was using the hunter spoons last time, and the bite rate was decent, but it was mostly small pike and perch. So I'm trying the old snatchers again. Well, one of them's a minnow on here, but then I'm trying 2 snatchers, see if I can draw out something besides pike and perch, which I did get some zander, which is promising. Who knows what the salmon are on right now, though. Might try to stick a little bit closer to shore here, see if I can get some more zander around the coastline. Burbot bite rate was pretty decent, though. Dang. Maybe I should have headed over there then. The salmon are not coming out for me, that's for sure. Roll through the weeds here. So you're talking about the 8-meter hole. Makes sense. I do have I do find that area, if the area between the islands isn't active, that or the hole over here tend to have some. We got on line 1. Tiny, tiny pike. Right above it? Okay. Might poop around here and give that a try. Go down into the 8-meter hole and then head back to the docks. See if we can get some Atlantic salmon between the two. Pike bite rate's been pretty good though. Mostly small. 2 kilo. Reel this line in. Another pike. Oh, it doesn't have a number. Oh, the check mark, I call it. That used to be a really good spot for pike for me. Should be lined up. Go ahead and go through the check mark here. I did hit 55% feeder fishing or bottom fishing when I was doing the little burbot catching earlier, so not that casting control power matters, but still nice to hit a skill point. 5% more and I can do carp rods and classic pop-up, which will be good for when I get to Amber Lake. It's got some on line 1. Yeah, I figured like since the burbot here are pretty small, I just put some really low-end reels I had laying around, like some Lacertes and whatever comes on like the there's all perch. Whatever comes on the base feeder rods, I think, and like the beginner kits. I can just throw those on and not have to do the whole reel shuffle between rods. Another perch. There's a spin fishing game up to 63.3 on that. Got a ways to go yet before I unlock the wacky rigs at 70%. What were those reels I had on there? That's the Lacerti. That one's a Lacerti. There we go. Yeah, the Spark 2. So, yeah, it only can handle up to 3.2 kilo, but the burbot here, which surprisingly, actually, I did get one of the burbots on here was over almost 3.5 kilo, but still not much of a hassle to bring in. It was a much better use of the nighttime, I think, than trolling. Alright, so I'm going to go basically to the end of the 8-meter hole, turn around and start working my way back to the docks, and then start turning everything in. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the archipelago. What else is we got coming up? I mean, Amber and Ladoga should be fun in their own ways. Archipelago's gonna be fun. Actuba, I know a lot of people love, so that should be interesting. Like, I like this, like 5-star every type of fishing, which is awesome. Tunguska should be interesting. Yama, just a lot of people don't seem to like, but I'm going to spend plenty of time here because I am determined to get mauled by the bear on stream. And then finally, the old Norwegian Sea. I do need to check out Sura soon. I need to do some proper research on it to get prepared for it, but it's one that I probably need to wait and go to on like a Wednesday or Thursday, so there's been enough time for people to figure out what the weekly bait options are and what the active spots are, because I know it's going to be pop-ups and boilie type of situations, so I want to make sure I go out there with the correct bait and don't just twiddle my thumbs, throw in some diced cheese and stuff like that and not getting anything. Something on line 1. Go ahead and start turning this around as well. Oh, hey, there's a little Ladoga salmon, a little over 1 kilo. Looks like old Canadian ways out carp fishing. So are you still in M-Dog 2, Pico? Yep. Yeah, it's nice seeing them, but it seems like both 1 and 2 both like are slim pickings on people actually chatting on it lately. Trolling has been slow today. But between the that Xander and that Burbot and that Pike, we should come out okay. Should get at least like 50 silver out of the short trip. I don't know if I just slept on my neck the wrong way or what, but my neck has just been killing me today, so I'm just gonna wrap the stream up here and get back and turn everything in. Should go straight through the old check mark here. All right. Well, looks like we'll both have a nice early night. And I also need to go ahead and inspect my Ethernet stuff when I hop off of here and figure out what's going on with that. I was having trouble loading stuff up, so I was checking. I was running through this issue last week as well with it, where it if I try speed check when I'm on the Ethernet, it was less than a megabyte per second for some reason. But when I hop over to Wi-Fi, it's running just fine. So either my Ethernet cable has gone bad, or the port on my computer, or the port on my router has gone bad. Hopefully it's just the cable. Actually, for that matter, it may even be. I haven't checked lately. I may need to see if there's a firmware update for my internal Ethernet port. That could be a factor as well. Slow trolling. I think this is why I like the drifting on Seversky more, because when even if it's slow, it's kind of just sit back and relax, and other than a couple spots where the current tends to bring you towards the embankment, you can just relax. You don't have to keep repositioning yourself or anything like that. I just wish that the profit was a little bit better there. Yep. And I feel like it probably is a profitable river if you target cafe orders or sturgeon. The problem we've been having there is that all the different fish that I'm catching, which is a lot of different species, somehow are never ones in demand on the cafe. They're always wanting like burbot and sturgeon and like other crayfish, mussels, random junk like that. All right, will we manage to catch anything more between here and the docks? I feel the same way, Hiko. The cafe is just, other than winding, like, and really I think the issue with winding that makes it so good is that there's usually always a mussel order and 2 or 3 species that you can catch right next to the dock between bleak, rough, gudgeon, and sometimes like they'll have both mussels. And so like you can hop over to winding and then just walk a few steps away from the cafe and spend 15 minutes and usually fill a few orders that way. which is nice. The only other cafe I've been able to like reliably fill some orders on is Oldberg. I can usually, if they have a bleak or a rough order, those are easy to fulfill. All right, I don't think we're going to get anything else, so I'll start reeling these in. Figured I'd reel in slow just in case something wanted to hit on the way in, but doesn't seem like it. A little pickle action here. All right. Yeah, Belaya, I guess once you get the luck there, it can be easy. And I agree, like the mosquito ones are easy to fill, but like you said, they're worth like 7 silver. It's so little, it's just not even worth the time. Are there any Burbot, Pike, or Xander orders today? We've only got one that works under that, unfortunately. Would have been nice to get one more over 3 kilo Pike. That'd be a pretty nice thing. Ooh, hey, we got a Burbot we can fill. That is a big Burbot though, so let's see, 24.38. Let me go see how much that Burbot is worth on its own. That may be big enough that it's worth selling at the market. Probably not, but let's just check to be sure. Nope. Okay, so before I fill it in, let's see. So it too small here. We already kind of sneak peeked everything, so that's actually for this short of a run. I mean, it was 45 minutes, almost 100 silver, not counting the cafe order, which is going to help a little bit. Pretty good. And man, if I'd been able to get one more large pike, that 100 silver order would have been really good. But I've been having bad luck getting the larger pike. But this is probably the most profitable hour I've had in a while. So let's go ahead and sell this sucker. So basically about 120 silver for an hour. Not too shabby. If I'd spent another hour, I probably could have gotten that another pike big enough to fill that order as well, which would have been a really nice profit. So I want to organize this. I do want to keep some of the smaller ones that aren't worth much to make into bait though. So these are too small. Anything that's basically a quarter or higher also. Okay, so I guess really just the one pike. Okay, so we'll relax the requirements a little bit here. That's 3 more pieces of fish at least. Since I have been doing some burbot fishing, I might as well try and restock a little bit. There we go. All right. Back up over 900 silver, which is nice. We do our traditional end of stream scoop in here. We didn't get the mayfly larva. Oh well, 2 out of 3 is not bad. But anyway, it's going to go ahead and call it an early night here. So, Hiko, hope you have a good weekend if I don't catch you on a stream this weekend. And some good luck on the winding rivulet fishing. Take it easy, folks.